Good morning, and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in San Diego. We're the daily podcast that gets you started on the right foot and always with a positive vibe. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Tuesday, December 5th. You'll be interested to know, today is International Ninja Day. Back in 2003, Ninja Burger created International Ninja Day on December 5th as a way to celebrate the ninja speed with which their burgers are delivered. Aside from that, ninjas are awesome. We all love them and secretly wish we were one. Leave a comment on Instagram and tell us who your favorite ninja is. Is it Scorpion from Mortal Kombat? Or Leonardo from Ninja Turtles? Or maybe David Carradine? 20 more days until Christmas, folks. Now let's check out the weather in the San Diego area. This morning it's partly cloudy and 50 degrees with 80% humidity. Tonight the sun will set at 4:42 p.m. and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:36 a.m. It looks like we're in for a day of sun with a high near 75. Calm wind becoming west around 5 miles per hour in the afternoon. Tonight, patchy fog after 10 p.m. Otherwise, partly cloudy with a low around 53. Calm wind. Looking ahead, we should have a stretch of sunny days. Wednesday brings patchy fog early, clearing to sunshine with a high near 71. Nights remain clear around 53. Thursday and Friday have patchy morning fog, turning mostly sunny with highs of 68. Nights stay partly cloudy around 52. The weekend looks fantastic, sunny with highs reaching 73 on Saturday and Sunday. Now here is some info from surfline.com. Overlapping northwest swell builds in through Wednesday, peaks for average areas sometime Thursday and then eases Friday. An active period in the central North Pacific will lead to back-to-back swells through Friday. The first of these swells will start to build with very long period energy, but will be strongest on Tuesday. Surf size in Southern California on this pulse will again be limited by the steep approach angle, but the premier zones in South San Diego will likely get into the chest to head high range on Tuesday as this first pulse peaks. A stronger, long period and slightly more westerly northwest swell is on track to build in through Wednesday and peak into Thursday before gradually trending down on Friday. The storm is rapidly strengthened to the north of Hawaii. Wind and conditions by Thursday don't look as good now. It doesn't necessarily look bad, and we could see a window of light wind through the morning. Mornings are looking clean. Wednesday and Thursday is looking pumpy, 4 to 10 foot, but getting choppy late. Get out there and get some. The first low tide today will be 3 feet just before 10:30 a.m. with a 3.5 foot high tide at 3 p.m. The nearshore buoy at Scripps in La Jolla reads 62 degrees for the water temperature. In the national weather. Heavy precipitation for Pacific Northwest, heavy snow diminishing across New England. Rounds of moisture will continue to bring periods of heavy rain, mountain snow, and high wind through this week across the northwest U.S. into the central and northern Rockies. Urban, small stream, and moderate to isolated major river flooding impacts are expected between Puget Sound and the Cascades through midweek. And now, a greeting from our sponsor. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real, south, just north of Encinitas Boulevard. This cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. Don't forget to tell them Sunny sent you. In top news, Yale psychology professor Laurie Santos, known for her popular course on the science of happiness, shares insights on happiness myths. Contrary to intuition, circumstantial changes like wealth or relationships may not significantly impact happiness, especially after a middle-class income. Evidence-based practices like social connection and gratitude journaling are universal for happiness. America's low ranking on the World Happiness Report may be linked to wealth inequality and cultural priorities that don't align with evidence-based practices, emphasizing consumerism over factors proven to enhance well-being. Santos encourages experimentation to discover personally effective happiness strategies. You can check out Santos in her podcast, The Happiness Lab, and also a plethora of free content on YouTube. Now let's talk science. Did you know that the Grand Canyon was partially shaped by volcanic eruptions? Today, you can still see where lava gushed down the canyon and likely blocked the Colorado River for a significant period of time. And have you ever wondered why there are so many seemingly perfect flat spots along the canyon? Did you know the limestone there was formed millions of years ago from the shells of sea life? You may know that the canyon was shaped by the Colorado River, but you may not know that the origins of the canyon stem from a massive upward movement of Earth, pushing the ground almost perfectly straight up, a mile high. And during this time, there were at least 7 different cycles of ocean-like bodies of water, consuming and then receding from the area. The Grand Canyon's geological history on the Colorado Plateau reveals a captivating story of erosion, tectonic uplift, and ancient landscapes. The debate over its age ranges from 5 to 6 million years to potentially 70 million years. But to put that in perspective, the canyon was formed millions of years before the dinosaurs arrived. And ancient marine animal fossils, dating back to over 1 billion years, are still being discovered there today. My mind is blown. And in the stock market. Today, we talk about crypto. Cryptocurrency executives anticipate a new bull run, projecting Bitcoin to surpass $100,000 in 2024. Positive sentiments surround the potential approval of a Bitcoin ETF in the U.S. and the upcoming Bitcoin halving in May 2024. Resolutions of legal issues involving FTX and Binance are seen as positive developments, marking the end of a speculative phase. Executives highlight the growing mainstream acceptance of Bitcoin, with expectations that institutional investors will enter the market. El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, revealed that the country's Bitcoin investments have been profitable, with a current valuation of $131 million. As Bitcoin's price surged past $42,000 this week, Bukele stated that selling the country's Bitcoin holdings would not only recover the initial investment, but also yield a profit of $3.6 million. Despite facing criticism for integrating Bitcoin as legal tender and making state-financed Bitcoin investments, Bukele remains a staunch advocate for the cryptocurrency. El Salvador's commitment to holding Bitcoin aligns with its long-term strategy, and Bukele emphasized that short-term price fluctuations won't impact the country's approach. Bitcoin is up 60% over the last 6 months to $41,800. Ethereum is up 40% to $2,225 over the same time period. Coinbase, the popular crypto exchange, and pretty much the only exchange not to be mired by fraud, is up 140% to $142 per share. Moving on to sports. Last night on Monday Night Football, the Jags, playing at home, lost to the Bengals in overtime 34-31. Jacksonville may have lost Trevor Lawrence for the rest of the season with an ACL. That would be a tough, tough loss. In the NBA tournament, the Indiana Pacers advanced to the NBA in-season tournament semifinals, defeating the Boston Celtics 122-112. Tyrese Halliburton secured a triple-double with 26 points, 13 assists, and 10 rebounds. The Pacers will face Milwaukee or New York in the semifinals. Jason Tatum led the Celtics with 32 points and 12 rebounds. The game featured a competitive atmosphere akin to playoff basketball. The Celtics will host the loser of the New York-Milwaukee quarterfinal on Friday. Tonight, the Bucks play the Knicks and the Suns take on the Lakers. In national hockey, the Bruins were off last night and tonight. They play next to home against the Sabres on Thursday night. Moving on to more of a local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national studio in your area to bring you some free classes. So listen up. Check out Club Pilates with several locations in North and South San Diego County. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Integrating mindful movements, it positively influences overall vitality. Scientific research affirms its benefits, connecting Pilates to enhanced core strength, improved flexibility, and better posture. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class. They have locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Be sure to tell them that Sunny Morning sent you by. And now, back to our show. In local news, after losing their dog to a coyote attack, Paul and Pamela Mott founded Coyote Vest, a business in Scripps Ranch that produces bite-proof vests for pets. The vests, lined with spikes and stab-resistant materials, aim to protect the neck and back, areas vulnerable to injuries in animal attacks. Since its inception in 2015, Coyote Vest has expanded globally, with over 100,000 pet owners purchasing the product. The vests have proven effective in preventing harm to pets, and the business continues to grow, receiving gratitude from customers for saving their dogs' lives. I love this idea. And in entertainment news, the only thing you need to know today is that Episode 5 of A Murder at the End of the World is streaming now. Get it? Got it? Hulu it. Well, alrighty folks, it's time for the thought of the day. From some of our favorite ninjas, Masaki Hatsumi says, "The first priority to the ninja is to win without fighting." From David Carradine, "If you cannot be a poet, be the poem." Beautiful David. And finally from Bruce Lee, "If you spend too much time thinking about a thing, you'll never get it done. So go out there, everyone, and get it done." And that's a wrap for this morning. Remember to stay tuned tomorrow for more news and updates. Have an amazing day, my good friends. Whether you're heading to work, an event, or just enjoying the day, stay safe and enjoy yourself to the fullest. We'll be back tomorrow with another Sunny Mornings podcast. Thanks for tuning in.